Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about a while loop, how it is used in Python. So basically a while loop is used to repeat a specific block of code an unknown number of times. That will be repeated until a certain condition is met. So a certain block of code will be executed repeatedly until a certain condition is met. That is the condition that you will be needing to meet. So now let's take an example. Let's say you want to ask from the user a number that is between 1 and 10, both inclusive. So the problem is we don't know how many times the user will enter a number that is larger than 10 or a number that is smaller than 1. So as we require a number that is in the range 1 to 10, both inclusive. So the user may enter 0 or any number that is negative up to negative infinity, or a user may enter a number that's greater than 10 from 11 all the way to positive infinity. So now how do we cater for the problem? That's where we use a while loop. So we need to keep on asking that number until the user gives us the number that we really require. So let's ask this number from the user. Let us enter the number between 1 and 10. Yes. So let's read that number from the input that the user will give us. For simplicity, let's make it an integer. Let's read the input from the user. So now we need to begin with our while loop. So this is how you declare a while loop in Python. While that number we got from the user is less than 1 or number is greater than 10. You're done declaring a while loop, you need to put your code down here. What is it that you need to do repeatedly while your condition is not met? In this case, while this condition is not met. So while the user enters a number that is less than 1, or the user enters a number that is greater than 10, what is it that we need to do? We need to keep on asking that number. So we need to just copy and paste this. So the user entered a number that is less than 1 or that is greater than 10. So let's keep on asking until we get what we really want. So now what do we need to do after the user has given us what we really want? So we need to get out of the while loop and do something, because the time we meet that condition, the code will continue executing other lines of code that are below here. So we need to put something here. We may say while loop concluded, or you can write anything depending on what you're working with. So it will now continue executing another lines of code that will be below here, because our condition in the while loop has been met, which is in this case we got a number that is between 1 and 10. So now let's say a while loop concluded. So let's run the code and see. First we will enter a number that is less than 1. So a number that is less than 1 can be 0. So it keeps on asking, can be a negative number. It keeps on asking. Now let's enter a number that is larger than 10. 15. It keeps on asking. 1000. It keeps on asking. So now let's enter what you really need, that is a number in the range 1 to 10, both inclusive. Let's enter 6. 6 is between 1 and 10, so we're expecting the while loop to stop executing and go to the next line, which is it should now print while loop concluded. There it is. So while loop concluded, that is we did receive what we are expecting, what we are requiring from the user, a number that is between 1 and 10. So guys, this is how you declare a while loop in Python. So you use a while loop to repeat a specific block of code. You don't know how many times, but you want to repeat that specific block of code for a certain number of times until your condition is met, the condition that will be set by you as the writer of the code. So this is it, a while loop in Python. This is how you declare it, then you code down below here. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.